Y'all already see the title. Y'all already see the thumbnail. I'm not gonna waste none of y'all time. So let's get straight into it.
Days go by and the number of TikTok.
I'm looking at everybody having a blast. People the same age as me in college, they going to parties, they going on trips, they with their friends, they making money. I'm sitting there dead broke, not having fun, not enjoying life. But I just waited my turn. I ain't really complain for real. I just waited my turn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to just put my turn, fool. Now look at me, fool. It's people saying that about me now. You feel me?
And wait your mother turn, bro. Your turn gonna come, bro. I promise you. Your turn might not be now. You might not be ready for it now. People be rushing for their turn.
You gotta wait your turn, cause I let a lot of people, pass me, and I was sad. I would get like discouraged, but now that it's my time, I'm like,
If God say it's this time right here.
I remember seeing this video, but yeah, I'm guessing they basically just going over, just talking about being patient, continuing to basically stay down until you come up. I understand this term very well, at least growing up. And I think right now I'm definitely in another phase of trying to get to the next spot that I want to be in life. I think I'm in the grinding stage of that, but I definitely understand that the phase I can remember the most I went through in my life that reminded me of this statement right here was, I think, maybe around like 8th, 9th grade. It was cool to be able to get girls talk to females, whoop de whoop, and I wasn't good at that at all. I wasn't, extremely confident. And I think I got my heart broke around maybe like 9th grade. That's when I started locking in. It took till about end of 10th grade, but 11th grade really, and it was like completely different. Like it was a completely different, not only like a completely different person, but I had a totally different experience. Like from that point on, all the way up to like through college and stuff like that, whoop de whoop, and it was just like, damn, I just had to stay down. Like I used to look at the dudes in certain other situations, like, damn, bro, like how is she pulling that off, or like why is she going for that? Like if she whoop de whoop, and then 2 years later, 2.5 years later, I'm now that guy I was then looking at, like, damn. So I do get that to a certain point, but now I'm definitely chasing to try to become become some extremely good. But I just gotta stay down, continue to work, but I do understand where they're coming from so far. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know what part do y'all apply this to y'all life. Have y'all applied this to y'all life in any way? Let me know that.
It's gonna happen. But if it ain't your time right now, don't beat yourself up. Just wait your time. Right now, he taking you through some steps that you need to know.
The art of waiting your turn. Most people don't even know how to wait an hour in between goon sessions. There is a lost art known as waiting your turn. Delayed gratification. Staying down until you come up some call it. The whole world, myself included, seem to struggle with this as the days go by and the number of TikToks increase. And I want to blame it on TikTok since, that's what most of us commentary channels do when there's any problem in today's world. But the truth of the matter is it comes from somewhere deeper. And TikTok honestly just amplifies and exposes this already forsaken reality. Let me explain to y'all the art of waiting your turn. The year was 1984. Before there was Lil Nas X's, there was Dennis.
What? I ain't gonna lie, that's not even as crazy as the first one. He was pregnant, or like obviously not actually pregnant, but that's a crazy that's a crazy way to.
Rodman. The NBA was full of coke sniffing, disco dancing, African booty scratcher looking basketball players. Basketball was completely different. Shooting wasn't as important as it is today, and everybody was a force to be reckoned with. Yet at the ripe age of 21, this one young man had the whole league shook. This young man stood out above the rest. He jumped out the gym. He contorted his body in ways others couldn't. It was almost like he was soaring through the air. People feared him despite him not being extremely tall or muscular. That guy's name was John Cena. No, I'm playing. It was Michael Jordan. All Michael Jordan wanted to do was win games.
I ain't gonna lie, Michael Jordan is that. I know I didn't live through that time, but just thinking about how things used to be back then, based on what I've seen, like on video and stuff like that. For what he did come in and do at that time, bro, that stuff was like monumental. Like just kind of thinking about it and trying to put it in my head. If somebody would come in doing everything Michael Jordan did now, of course it wouldn't seem as crazy because everybody is so talented and whoop de whoop. People was talented back then, but he was definitely ahead of his time in my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
bets, and more importantly, championships and trophies. His only problem was he was a little undersized muscle-wise, and his teammates were a little booty cheeks. So he needed to learn when to hold the ball and when to pass the ball. So he started working out. He found ways to innovate and become a master of his craft. And he ultimately elevated and became the person he needed to be. And in 1991, years later, he went on to three-peat, winning 3 NBA championships back-to-back, winning finals MVP all 3 times. Took a year off.
That's insane. That's insane, bruh. That itself is crazy.
Came back and did the exact same thing.
That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
And we'll always took a year off, came back and did the exact same thing. And what always stuck out to me about MJ was that he had to be Michael Jordan, the Black Cat, Air Jordan, for 7 years straight before he even got his first championship. If he would have slacked in that 7-year period or gone, I'll just cruise by, as a lot of players do because they get millions of dollars and that's what they've been waiting for their whole life is money. If he would have said, I'm just gonna cruise until it's my turn, he would have missed his window. He would have never got a shot at a championship, I'm sure. But he instead gave his
probably still would have got one, but it probably wouldn't have went how, you know what I'm saying, as crazy as the run he did. So I definitely get what he's saying.
All at all times, no matter which game, no matter which practice, no matter who it was. And that's what separated him from everyone else. I feel like in today's world, a lot of people confuse being ready with God being ready. Just because you are ready doesn't mean it's your turn. That's why it's called waiting your turn. Most of us get caught in that your part because we all have a sense of entitlement, and that ends up clouding our judgment.
That's very much so true, because I still go through that to this day. I have to daily remind. It was this quote I heard that's basically like, you have the right, I ain't gonna say it verbatim, but it's basically like, you have the right to work. Like, you have the right to work, but you don't have the right to the fruits thereof. Basically saying, yeah, you still got the responsibility of putting in all the work that you know you need to put in order to try to push yourself as far as you can in whatever direction you're trying to go, but do not attach yourself to the rewards or the outcome of it, because you know it can lead to you just feeling discouraged and stuff like that. Just continue to work, and when it's your turn, it's your turn. So I try to remind myself of that to this day, daily, currently.
Envision. Another big part of waiting your turn is trusting in yourself, because a lot of the times while people are waiting in line for their turn, they end up getting tired of waiting. They try to find somebody farther ahead who got in line earlier, or they just flat out go home and say, I don't even feel like eating no more, I'm gonna just go to the vending machine. And it all stems from a lack of trust in self, because if you trusted in yourself like Michael Jordan, you would be fine waiting 7 years, less or more, because you know you already have it. It just takes its own time to manifest in the physical. And most give up in between this waiting period. One person that did not though, however, is one of our favorite guys to glaze these days. South Carolina's very own Duke Dennis. Shout out, I'm also from South Carolina, so shout out. I see so many people online talk about him like,
shout out Duke. It's real funny, because the thing about Duke, bro, it's just weird because I watched him back in his 2K days. Like, he had got a mill off 2K before, like 1 million subscribers off 2K before AMP, before, you know what I'm saying, before AMP. And then after AMP, that's when, you know, this crazy, you know, girls start, you know what I'm saying, going crazy about him or whatever, whoopty whoop. But it's just crazy that I watched him back then. I'm talking about back when he had the trash webcam. He was playing with Cola, man, on 2K18. Like, bro, it was just crazy to see, like, he really did wait, you know what I'm saying, and his time came.
he's an overnight success, and they have some sort of jealousy because they don't have what he has. Little do they know it has nothing to do with the material though. You know, it's like people are in line and they see that he's finally got to the front of the line. He's eating, he has all the most delicious food, and he's getting full. He's having a fun time. But little do they know this man was sitting in line before half of us was even born. That is not a joke to say he's old. I know it sounds like that, but genuinely, I was born in 2005. This man was born in 1990 something. So
you said what? I heard you. Oh man, that was my lovely mother.
Like that, but genuinely, I was born in 2005. This man was born in 1990 something. So sounding in line before half of us was even born. That is not a joke to say he's old. I know it sounds like that, but genuinely, I was born in 2005. This man was born in 1990 something. So
that's crazy. So I get why he would say that. Dang, in 2005, that's crazy. I'm 98. 1998.
Duke from 2016 all the way.
Let me know what year y'all was born in the comment section.
Way up until about 2021 would just stream and upload videos of 2K.
Yo, dude, what's good, dog? It's your boy Duke. Dennis. Y'all don't even know me yet, but y'all don't know me.
Bro, I remember that video. That's the crazy part. I remember that video. That's crazy.
But he was in the trenches for most of his life and half of his YouTube career.
Me last night to my boy, you ain't the best stretch big. I said, I don't care, but I'm giving you straight green buckets.
Duke at the age of 23 was sleeping on his mom's couch in a beat trailer, no job, no huzz, and to put the cherry on top, he watched his cousin take his last breaths by the hand of another nigga over a misunderstanding.
And then start shooting at me. Me and Dre linked up, bro. And I told Dre, bro, I was like, bro, I said, bro, I think he dead, bro. When I finally get up to him, he laying on his stomach, bro. The nigga shot my cousin in the back, bro.
This was all in the midst of him uploading 2K videos. He literally was the most down bad you could be. L after L. They just kept coming. It seemed like there was nothing good coming for him.
About a month in, I had got my first letter. The letter was from my girlfriend, bro. It's over. I'm in the army. I am sitting here going crazy. I'm like, baby, don't leave. Not when I need you the most. Don't leave, though. You know what I'm saying? Please.
But he kept his eyes focused on his vision.
Don't leave, though. You know what I'm saying? Please.
But he kept his eyes focused on his vision. He kept uploading every single day for 2 years straight, no breaks. He continued to wait his turn. I'm sure after all that, he felt like he deserved a break. And to be fair, he did. Like I said, just because you're ready, and even sometimes you think you're ready, that don't mean the universe is ready to give you what it's going to give you. Dude kept going, and by 2K19, so that would be late 2018, going on to 2019, he was one of the biggest content creators in the 2K community. But even still, the same way how Michael Jordan made it to the NBA, but he didn't get the championships he wanted, it's almost the same story with Duke Dennis, because although he was big in the 2K community, it wasn't nothing like how he is known outside of 2K. People know him for motivational talks, for just looking good, for just getting girls basketball, etc. He was just known specifically for 2K, and on a broad scale, he still wasn't that big. Until one day he shot that one video with Kai.
When you see a baddie at the party.
That's crazy. I remember this crazy ass video.
That day changed my life right there. When I woke up that next morning, I had actresses, WNBA players, female artists, Instagram models, everybody DMing me. No cap.
He waited his turn. This was after a lot of people would have got complacent because they already felt like they made it. He already made it out the hood. He already was touching 100K a month, but he still kept going because the mission wasn't over.
That's a crazy setup. Hey, that's a fly setup, y'all. That's a fly setup. Dang, look at it. That's a hard mask too. Look at the mask.
He was touching 100K a month, but he still kept going because the mission wasn't over. And look at him now, to having no car, being cheated on, feeling ugly, being broke. After waiting your turn, all the curses would then turn into gifts. Everything he went through prepared him for what was coming towards him. But you also realize, since you just kept your head down and you kept going, you kept working, you don't even realize however long it is that it takes you to get to where you're going, because you were just so in love with the process and the journey. If you don't prepare yourself to receive what you have, if you don't suffer, then you're not going to be able to appreciate your gifts and what God has blessed upon you.
Going to work, I'm getting off, I'm working on myself. Going to work, getting off, working on myself. I'm grinding 2K, and now, you know what I'm saying, 2K17, 2K18, 2K19, 2K20. Hey, I went hard, and now I'm in a position, look where I'm at,
Look at my fucking life right now. I remember seeing that video. Bro.
It might not happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? It might take 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years. It might take a little long. But that's how you really know who want it.
I remember I heard somebody say that God is delayed gratification and the devil is instant gratification. And ultimately, the universe tests you before it gives you what you want to make sure you learned all the lessons to not only maintain what you get, but again, to appreciate it. And this is normally what gets a lot of people a lot of the times. Right?
That is so true, bro. That is so true. That is so true. Y'all remember that. That's so true. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
When all they gotta do is dig one more inch into the ground to get the gold, they give up. Or they take the temptation from the guy saying, yo, come this way, I found a little bit of gold over here. Instead of just focusing on this one wall right here, you just dig one more inch deeper. The gold's right there, but you let somebody come and take you, yo, come on, bro, I got a job for you, bro. I know you're broke right now. Come, bro, I got this job for you. You let your parents, you let everybody else, you let all these voices, this temptation stop you when you're this shy of getting what you want. It low-key reminds me of the 2016 XXL freshman class. I remember when they first came out, them as a whole, the hip-hop world collectively really just hated them. You know, they were different.
2016, but that's, hey, to me, that's the hardest class to come out of all these years. I mean, you got certain people from other ones, like, yeah, but I'm talking about for as an overall class, 2016 got it. Y'all let me know if y'all think it's any other year, or let me know if y'all agree with me in the comment section.
They called them the mumble rappers, or they said they were a little too feminine, like, you know, Uzi, and just all these things because they went against traditionally what was. They essentially were trying to gatekeep them from entering the hip hop sphere because they were in fear of them ruining it, when realistically they were just changing and evolving the rap game. A lot of your modern day rappers today were heavily inspired and influenced by them. If they didn't kick the door open, it's a good chance that most artists today wouldn't even be around. And that was the temptation, the instant gratification. Because they could have let the noise win, taken that and got instant validation from the OGs, the fans, the charts, the money, the success. And some did do that. They did whatever all the, you know, white viewers and the consumers wanted to hear, like a Lil Pump who did what everybody else wanted to see instead of evolving.
Gucci Gang. I remember that, boy. I got tired of hearing that, bro. They played that out, but it was a hard song, though. I ain't gonna lie.
And finding his own sound over time. But look at how far their careers went over the 2016 XXL freshman.
Facts, because Lil Pump is definitely not in the situation as a lot of the people in 2016. Speaking of 2016, yeah, Kodak, I think my boy needs some help. He been, you know what I'm saying, he been off and on with certain things. I think he needs some help. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Who came up at the exact same time as them. Although at first it looked like a failure and it was extremely painful being them at that time, it was essentially an uphill battle. The war was
Who y'all think the best rapper that came out of 2016? And I don't necessarily mean the one that became the most popular, but who do y'all think is the most popular, and or also who you think is the best rapper, who got the best? I ain't gonna lie, cause I was just looking at Lil Dicky. That nigga, he can rap. White guy, he can rap.
Ultimately won. They waited their turn, and that's why we still know their names today and cop their music. Wait your turn. Stop looking at everybody else's plate or getting angry because you see everybody else eating. Don't let the hunger trick you out your spot, because not only will somebody else take your spot as soon as you leave it, but trust me when I say you will look back and realize that if you would have just waited a little bit longer, it would have been your turn.
Hey, y'all go show some love to his video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Binge watch the rest of the videos on the channel. I said channel. Either way, y'all stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.